The Practical Guide into Writing a Research Proposal. Lesson 16. Assumptions required for statistical distribution. Independent. No biased response from respondents, no forced measure for items, respondents have the choice or liberty to state their score. Identical. The target population is homogeneous, the proper method of sampling being applied to solve heterogeneous issues, in which the data comes from the target population or from the same group of subjects. Normally distributed. Means the data obtained follows normal distribution, which summarized the representativeness of the sample towards the target population, method of sampling, how the respondents are approached, method of data collection, and the scale used to measure the variable is appropriate. Example of how to determine the sample size. Determining the sample size for a study is always an issue for many researchers. Liu et al. 2014, posited that a large sample size produces small standard error. 3. A small sample size will give problems to the research since it would reduce the generalizability of the results. Williams et al. 2014, reduce the statistical power of the test. Ho, 2007, reduce the precision of estimate and result in wide confidence intervals. Wilson and Batterham, 1999. Bell al. and Fahmy, 2011, Lee et al. 2010, Mahadzara et al. 2012, Pham and Kayat, 2011, Ritchie, Bentley, Koruth, and Wang, 2011, Scarinci and Pearce, 2012. Roscoe, 1975, proposed that sample sizes larger than 30 and smaller than 500 are appropriate for most research. Creasy and Morgan, 1970, designed a very useful and convenient sample size table, the next slides, which has served as a guide for researchers in business and social science discipline for more than 3 decades. Amit et al., 2011, Craggs and Schofield, 2011, Iraqi, Abu Alam. Determine sample size of a population. Determine sample size of a population. The ideal sample size from a population of more than 1 million is approximately 384. Israel, 1992, supported Creasy and Morgan S. 1970, sample size calculation by establishing a sample size calculation based on the precision level, where the confidence level is 95% and p equals 0.05. According to Israel, a sample size for a population of more than 100,000 with plus or minus 5% precision is 400. To avoid biases and include the possibility of unreturned questionnaires, a 50% response rate was assumed, therefore, 700 questionnaires were handed out at the location. The present study would employ SEM to model the theoretical framework and estimate the path coefficients among the constructs. With SEM, the estimating procedure and analysis are much more efficient since the interrelationship among the constructs could be modeled and estimated simultaneously. Hare et al. 2006, and Klein, 2011, note that SEM requires large sample sizes. Shah and Goldstein, 2006, stated that according to a rule of thumb, a minimum sample size of 200 is suitable for studies that utilize SEM analysis. Klein stated, models with more parameters require more estimates, so larger samples are necessary in order for the results to be reasonably stable. Hare et al. 2006, recommended minimum sample sizes of 100 to 150 in order to ensure stable maximum likelihood estimation, MLE. For this reason, they suggested an appropriate sample size in a range of 150 to 400. According to Hare et al. 2009, a suitable sample size for SEM analysis is in the range between 150 to 400. Procedure, data analysis in the study. Describe the procedure you plan for data analysis. Explain how you will treat the questionnaires, the procedure for checking, editing, coding, and data transcribing. Describe how you will address each research question. What variables are you looking for? How do these variables provide answers to your research questions? What are the statistical computations required? State the types of statistical test you are planning to perform. This is important when you have the hypotheses to prove in your study. Thank you for watching. Please continue Lesson 17.